In this screencast, we're going to take a look at how to use Google and Flickr to find images that are free to use or reuse. So here I am working on a website where I'm putting together nature information. So this is a page about the spring beauty wildflower, and I want to put a picture here. But because this page is going to be published out to the internet, I need to make sure I only use images that are free to use or reuse. So here's how we're going to do that. I'm going to jump over to this other tab where I've already gone to Google. And up at the top in the black bar, you should see a choice for images. This is Google's image search. So if I come here, I'm going to do my search for spring beauty wildflower and hit return so that the search goes. So all these choices that come up for pictures, some of these are copyrighted, which means they can't be used. Some of them might not be copyrighted, which means you can use them. So how do you know which is which? Google has a tool built in, and that tool is over here under this little gear, this little cog. If you click on this, and you can go to Advanced Search, where you can set it to only show pictures that are free to use or reuse. So here in Advanced Image Search, find images with, here's the words I searched, those are there for me. You're going to scroll all the way to the bottom of this list, and this choice usage rights, you're going to change this to free to use or share. This will then, when I click Advanced Search, this will bring up images that I could put on my website and just give credit back to where I got them without any fear of breaking copyright. So when I pull up the search here, I'm looking at images. I can see labeled for reuse is darkened right here, which means that these pictures that come up should be free to use or reuse. What's nice about this is on Google's search, when you mouse over these images, it says below where the actual source is that those images would be coming from. So here's one good tip that I found when looking for nature images. When looking over these images, if you can find one that's from Wikimedia Commons, here's commons.wikimedia.org. The Wikimedia Commons is where people publish pictures that they allow others to use, and you just have to give credit back. So I'm going to do this as an example, and this picture actually is a good picture. It shows the wildflower. So when you click on that picture from Google Image, a little dark box opens where it says there's button choices for visit page, view the original image, or more information. You want to actually go to the page where that picture is hosted, so I'm going to click visit page. Up comes the picture. And what's nice about this is some of the pictures that are hosted on Wikimedia Commons, when you're looking at the picture just below in this tiny print, if that picture is available in other sizes, there are links here to those other sizes. So in my case, the picture I want to put on my site doesn't have to be that big. I just want to put something nice and centered here. So I could choose probably a 300 pixel size picture, or if there's a 400 pixel, something that's in the lower range. I don't need something that's really big like these ones over here. So I'm going to choose this one. So there's that picture. On the computer, it's good to drag this picture, click and hold on this, drag it, put it on your desktop, because we're actually going to upload it into our site. It's better to do that rather than link to the picture, just in case anyone ever takes this picture down. It won't mess up the picture that's on your site. So we're copying it off to our desktop. It's sitting right here, and I'm going to put it into my site here in a minute. So I'll leave that there. Another nice thing about these Wikimedia Commons pictures is when you find a picture, there's some information typically around the picture. One of the choices you should see is use this file. If I click on use this file, this gives me information that I can give credit to for using this picture. So I'm going to leave this open, and I'm going to go work on my site, and I'm going to come back and use the page URL to link back to, showing where I got the picture from. And I'm also going to use this attribution information. Attribution means who you're giving credit to for where you got that picture. So this is like a credit. If you were filming a movie and you gave credit to the actors and the writers, this is kind of the same thing. So let's go back to my page. I'm going to go into edit mode, and I'm going to place my cursor where I want to put the picture. I'm going to go to insert image, and your choices are either upload an image or bring it or link to it. Again, I want to choose to upload an image. So from my desktop, I'm going to pick that picture, and that picture will come in. There it is. I'm going to hit OK. So there's the picture. Now if the picture is too big or too small, you can click on the picture and choose small, medium, or large. In this case, I think medium's fine. I'm going to center the picture up. I'm going to click after the picture and hit the return key, and just below it I'm going to write the words image credit. Now, it's good to link back to where you got the picture from. So I'm going to highlight that text. I'm going to go back over to the page, and I want to, like I said earlier, I want to link back to this page. So if there's ever any question about if this is a copyright or not copyrighted image, people can come here and see where I got it from. So here is the page URL. I'm going to highlight that and copy. I'm going to use Command-C on the Mac or Control-C on Windows, or you can go to your Edit menu and choose Copy. I'm going to jump back over to my site. I've already highlighted these words. I want to link these words up to go to that page. So here's the link button. When I go into link, Google Sites gives me choices to link to other pages in my site or to a specific web address. You need to click on web address. This is showing the words I typed, image credit. This is where I'm going to paste that URL to take the viewer back to that page if they need to go there. And I'm going to click on open this link in a new window. That will make it so that if someone does click it, it'll open in a new window for them. Hit OK. So there, that's linked up. Just under that, I'm going to hit the return key, and I also need to put this attribution. So I'm going to click on this attribution information and copy that just like I did before, and I'm going to paste that right there. So that's like giving credit back to where you got the image from. You can make this font smaller. I'm going to highlight this and maybe make it 8, 10-point font. It doesn't need to be big and draw attention to it. It just needs to be a credit below the picture showing where you got it from. So that is one way, using Wikimedia Commons and Google search. The other way with Flickr, let's go back and find a Flickr photo. So I did my search. Flickr's a little more tricky. Let's go in and see what we can find here. I'm going to click on the picture, visit the page. On Flickr, you have to look at the page. Here's the photo, and here's all the information from the creator of the photo. You have to look under the license area. Under the license area, and I'll try to zoom in and make this bigger here. Under the license area, Flickr uses these little icons. If there's a little person icon, it's hard to see, but here it is right here. That's the attribution icon. That means that you can use the photo as long as you give credit to it, just like we did with the other picture. However, sometimes under the license, you might see something like this that says you have to request the license. In this case, I'd have to email or possibly pay for using this photo. Well, that's not going to work for what we want to do here. So I'm instead going to go up and use Flickr's search and try to find a photo that is free to use. So let's do spring, beauty, wildflower. And just like Google, in Flickr, they have built in, it's right next to the search bar, there's an advanced search choice. When you go into advanced search, you can narrow down what you're searching for. So I'm going to go down here to search by media. I want to see only photos. And you want to check this box for Creative Commons. Creative Commons means that people have uploaded photos to this site that others can use and just give credit back to. So I'm going to check that. So here on Flickr's site, when I do that, now some of the pictures that come up I could possibly use. So let's jump into one and see what the license is. So here's another wildflower photo that I like. Nope, that one wants a license as well. Let's try this one here, see what we get. Okay, this one would work. And actually the creator did put his credit in the photo, which is nice. But this one, there's no other information here that says I have to contact anyone, so I can use this photo. Now, how you get a photo from Flickr is you right-click or control-click on the photo, and they give you the sizes right here. So again, choose a smaller size probably if you're just fitting something nice and small on a page. I would drag this off to my desktop like I did with the other photo. There it is sitting there. I would go back in this window. Make sure when you link back to the page, you link back to this page. So I would highlight this web address, and that would be my image credit. And I would upload the photo, add the image credit. I would also, under the picture, I would probably just link back saying that this photo is from a certain Flickr user. So let me show an example of that I did on another page here on this basswood tree page. I wrote image credit, that's linked to the Flickr page, and then I just made a note that said by Flickr user and whatever that Flickr user's name is. The name of the person who uploaded the photo tends to be up here in the top right, so I would put, in this case, by jimcrotty.com. And that would give all proper credit to where you're using the photo from. You could still use it on your site and still use those pictures. So that is how you can use Flickr or Google Image Search to find pictures that are free to use or reuse. Thanks for watching.